Hello and welcome to Quilting with Lori. My name is Lori Dickman. Tonight I have another scrappy pattern that I wanted to share with you. It's been a busy week, so I didn't get to this until evening, but I wanted to make sure that I got this out for you in case you have a lot of strips and squares that you'd like to use. For this particular scrappy block, we are again going to be using 2.5-inch strips, 2.5-inch squares, and 4.5-inch squares. So grab your strip container, 2.5-inch strips, grab your square container, 2.5-inch squares, and you could certainly just cut up the strips into 2.5-inch squares as well, and you'll see what we're going to do with that in a minute. And then, of course, 4.5-inch squares. And tonight we're going to actually be working on two different blocks together. It's sort of my Two's Company series where I'm combining two different scrappy blocks together to create a beautiful scrappy quilt. So when I'm designing different scrappy blocks, I like to first of all go into my scrap containers. In this case, I went into my strips container and it's basically overflowing. So I knew I wanted to make something where I could actually start using some of these 2.5-inch strips. And we all have those. This is just a very popular size that we all have. You might even have some of the jelly rolls. Those are 2.5-inch strips. If you typically cut 2.5-inch strips from your scrap stash, then you've got plenty. And we're going to be using light, medium, and dark value of all of these. And if you're not familiar with my Speedy Solutions to Scrap Up Your Stash, this is my techniques book. There is a video out there that I'll link below, and you can certainly watch that video. It will show you exactly what you need to do to get your scrap stash cut, sorted, organized, and ready to use to make beautiful scrappy quilts using your very own scraps. And then this is a patterns book. Between these two books, you get 17 patterns plus all those techniques. And so I cut up my scrap stash in squares from 1.5 inches all the way to 10 inches. I also cut up strips, 1.5 to 2.5, 3.5-inch wide strips in various lengths, depends on what the scrap is. And then I also use my templates, the acrylic templates, the Dresdens, the Drunkard's Paths, the tumblers, the hexies, etc. And I will cut up my stash using that. So that's everything that you'll find in my techniques book. So I hope you'll take a moment and watch that video, and you'll learn exactly what you need to do to get your scrap stash cut, sorted, and organized. That'll be linked in the description box. All right, so this is the PDF that I'm going to have linked below so that you can grab this and save it to your laptop or print it out, whichever you prefer. This is just a simple little quilt, and it is a beautiful design. If you look at this, I just love how the two blocks play upon one another. One is just a simple 9-patch, and that one we all know how to make. It's just medium values in the corner, light value in the center, and then dark values in the, these 4 points are light values. Here is the block we're going to be working on tonight. I'm calling this the Striped Stella quilt, and I just love the design that it creates in this unique pattern here. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to create that. I will review very quickly how we did the 9-patch. And in my case, I just went to my 4.5-inch container and just find a light for the center. And of course, you can change out the values. You don't have to follow the values that I'm using. You might want to swap them out. That's totally up to you. This is your quilt. You have fun with it. But here, okay, so I've got some mediums on the outside, I've got a very light in the center, and I've got these dark. So I'm going to sew this 9-patch together. And that is the 9-patch that we're going to create. We need a total of 4 9-patches for this quilt. So once you've got that done, I'm just going to lay this to the side. I think we all know how to do a 9-patch. Then we are going to take our strip sets, and I have sewn together a medium light dark, and I guess I can flip this around here, a medium light dark strips together. These are 2.5-inch strips. I've got a couple of them, and they're each 2.5 inches wide, and they're varying lengths. And what we're going to do is for each of these blocks, I need a total of 4 6.5-inch subcuts. So I'm going to take my 6.5-inch ruler here, and I am going to subcut, flip this around and clean up the other side here. Whoops. Okay, and I want 2 more. All right. So here's what I've got. I got 2 different strip sets. And what I'm going to do is lay them out so that the darks are all on the outside edges, as you can see. And the mediums are in the center. They kind of create a sort of an X in there. And the lights are in the middle. And you can make this as scrappy as you want. I just have 2 different sets here. You can go ahead and make all your strip sets and create a total of 4 completely different scrappy strip sets. Totally up to you, whatever you choose to do. Now, the thing that we're going to do with these strip sets is we are literally going to snowball 2 corners on each of these units. So I have gone to my 2.5-inch squares container and I've grabbed some lights and I am going to lay, whoops, I'm in the wrong spot there. We're going to snowball all of the sections that are in the center of the block on the outside rows here. So I'm going to lay these right sides together. Let me see, I'll grab this one here. All right, so we have a total of all these 2 right here, these 2 here, and these 2 here that are going to be snowballed. And what I'm going to do is simply draw a line from corner to corner. So I'm going to do this on all of these. What we're trying to create here is this point. So when you draw the lines, make sure you're drawing it to a point in the center, a point in the center, a point in the center, and a point in the center. Now I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and I am going to stitch just on the inside of that drawn line all the way around. And then we'll cut away the excess and turn this open and we'll have snowballed those corners. So let me go sew those. I'll bring them back and I'll show you what I mean. All right, I did mine in assembly line. I started here and I just kept grabbing the next block and I sewed all the way down. I sewed just to the outside of that blue line so that it would allow for the turn of fabric, because the turn of fabric eats up a little bit of that. So I sewed just to the outside of that blue line, and then I flipped it around and I sewed all the way down this side as well. Now I'm going to just cut them apart. You can see they're all webbed together here. And I am going to trim away, let me see where my ruler is. Just going to trim away this excess. You can put this in your crumb stash if you'd like. If it's too small for your crumb stash, you can put it, use it for pet stuffing if you want. You can cut it up tinier and make it pet stuffing. All right, so now what we've got here, I'm just going to finger press this right now. We have snowballed this dark one and this medium one here, and we're going to put them all back together. So I'm going to go ahead and trim . I'll take this to the iron and press it so these all lay down nicely. But here you can see everything is perpendicular to one another to create that X. So you have to be careful that you're laying them out that way. And we've got those points in the center here of the center of each side of the block, as you can see. And now we're going to sew it together and the block is ready to go. It's a really cute little block and it's a great scrap buster. Let me press this, I'll sew it and bring it back. Here is the block. It's finished. This is 12.5 inches. It will finish 12 inches in the quilt. There's so many things you could do with this. Maybe you'd like every one of your snowballs to be a bright white or a bright yellow or a blue or a black. You can swap out the values so this outer side here is more of a medium all the way around, and that black would really pop. There's so much you can do. I really encourage you to play around with the strips that you have and see what you can come up with. Make a couple of them before you decide how you're going to proceed with the rest of your quilt. And you can always use the orphan blocks in a beautiful sampler quilt. Here you'll see that I have laid out one of the quilts that I've already put together. The center is stitched together. I'm just auditioning my borders right now. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to stick with those borders or what I'll do. But I have 5 blocks. This is the X of those striped blocks. And then I have 4 of the 9 patches. And that's how simple it is. But it really creates a stunning look. And this is the block, or the quilt, excuse me, with the 2 blocks. So this is part of my Two's Company series. And you could actually, because I have a total of 9 blocks here, that center block could be an applique block. And where I indicate on the pattern that it's a Two's Company series, you could make it 3's a blessing by adding another block in the center there. How fun would that be? Thanks so much for joining me tonight. Hope you've enjoyed learning how to make this beautiful striped Stella quilt. And don't forget to grab the PDF that's in the description box below. Have a great week and happy quilting.